Trinity is trapped in visions of the Wolf-Warlock feud. Reece is still searching for Trinity. Where is she? Is she alive? Who's behind it? What's her connection? Why is her bond with Reece weakening? Is she a wolf, a warlock, or something else? Will Reece find her before war erupts again? Reece, Reece, whispered Trinity in pain and longing to be saved. I know you can hear me and you'll come and save me, my alpha. I am waiting, cried Trinity. Just then a dark echo called her out. Trinity, you are not what you think you are. You don't belong with him, you belong to us, the echo declared. And then a beam of light struck her and she passed out again. A warlock approached her and started to put visions in her head, and this time she was taken into another story from the past. The story of the warlocks and wolves is stained with blood, betrayal, and an unyielding thirst for vengeance. But in some cases, there were conflicts that rose due to a single act of love and the devastating betrayal that followed. After the first blood feud, the warlocks were a scattered people, nomadic and fractured. They relied on their magic to survive, moving from place to place in search of resources. The wolves, on the other hand, had already begun to form packs, their unity giving them strength and stability. Among the wolves, there was a legendary alpha named Kaelen, leader of the Silverfang pack. He was a towering figure, both physically and in reputation. Kaelen was known for his ferocity in battle and his unshakable loyalty to his pack. But what truly set him apart was his heart, fierce yet tender, a rare combination that drew people to him like moths to a flame. Among the warlocks, there was a woman named Seraphina, a healer and enchantress. Her beauty was unmatched, with hair as black as midnight and eyes that seemed to hold the stars themselves. But it was her kindness that made her truly extraordinary. Unlike many of her kind, who distrusted the wolves, Seraphina believed in peace and cooperation. Kaelen and Seraphina's paths crossed by chance during a harsh winter. The Silverfang pack had been weakened by a devastating illness that swept through their ranks, leaving even the mighty Kaelen bedridden. The warlocks, passing through the region, might have left the wolves to their fate, if not for Seraphina. Against the wishes of her own people, she approached the pack and offered her aid. For weeks, Seraphina worked tirelessly to heal the wolves, using her magic to fight the illness and restore their strength. During this time, she and Kaelen grew close. They were from two different worlds, but they found in each other a kindred spirit. By the time the wolves were well again, Seraphina and Kaelen had fallen deeply in love. The wolves, bound by tradition, were uneasy about their alpha taking a warlock as his mate. The warlocks too were horrified, viewing Seraphina's love for Kaelen as a betrayal of their kind. Among the warlocks was a man named Magnus, a sorcerer of great power and even greater ambition. Magnus had loved Seraphina from afar, and her rejection of him for a wolf had driven him to the brink of madness. Magnus saw Kaelen not as a rival, but as a threat to the very fabric of warlock society. If the Alpha and the Enchantress could unite their people, it would mean the end of warlock superiority. Magnus could not allow that to happen. Under the guise of reconciliation, Magnus approached Seraphina, claiming to support her vision of peace. He spoke of uniting the warlocks and wolves, of forging a new future together. Seraphina, ever trusting, believed him, but Magnus's true intentions were far darker. One fateful night, Magnus struck. Using a spell of his own creation, he unleashed a wave of dark magic upon the Silverfang pack. The wolves were caught off guard, their senses dulled by Magnus's enchantments. By the time they realized what was happening, it was too late. Kaelen fought valiantly to protect his pack, but Magnus's magic was unlike anything he had ever encountered. The wolves' howls of pain and fury echoed through the forest as one by one they fell. Seraphina arrived too late to stop the slaughter. She found Kaelen lying in the snow, gravely wounded but still alive. "Why?" he rasped, his voice thick with pain. "I'm so sorry," she whispered, her voice breaking. "I should have seen this coming." Kaelen's eyes softened as he looked at her. Even in his final moments, his love for her burned brighter than the hatred he felt for her kind. "Seraphina," he said, his voice barely audible, "promise me you'll live. Promise me you'll fight for peace, even if it takes 1,000 years." "I promise," she sobbed. With those words, Kaelen breathed his last. Seraphina, consumed by grief and rage, turned her back on the warlocks. She became a wanderer, using her magic to protect wolves and humans alike from the dangers of the supernatural world. But the damage had been done. Just then, Trinity woke up with a deep sigh. Why am I seeing these visuals? Is there a connection that I don't know about? She thought. Soon, very soon, you'll know. A warlock laughed, his voice echoing in Trinity's head. Trinity was shocked. What is the connection between her and the warlocks? Why is she seeing these visuals again and again? Will the warlocks finally confront her? How is she connected to the past? And Reece, where is he? Will he ever find her?
Hey, I am Trinity. Want to know what happens next? Then click the link in the description below and download the Pocket FM app and listen to the exciting episodes of Chosen by Fate, Rejected by the Alpha.